Ismael Martinez in the main interview with Ernest Chavez who faces Zubair at UFC Fight Night, Stockholm.
Obviously, well done filming management. I sort of had an inkling that if I put in a good performance against Max News, that I'd get the call. Straight after that fight, they were emailing each other between Joe Silva and my manager, and then obviously I got the call.
Coming into the UFC being undefeated, what do you think about the division? How you feel as though you fit into it?
I think I fit right into the division. I think it's my time, and I can't wait to show that. This is like time for the people in the UFC to see what I'm really made of.
And there's talked a bit about fighting Magnus.
Yeah, most definitely. I think the first time you do
There's
actually get
a lot of
the second
talk,
time.
lots of promotion behind your start gym and fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
Does that add to the pressure in this fight?
No, there's no pressure whatsoever. I'm going to go out there and enjoy it. This is what I've worked my whole career to get to this point, so why not go out there and enjoy it? I'd be stupid not to. It's been my dream to fight in UFC, so why would I feel pressured fighting that? That'd be stupid to do that. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to enjoy myself and I'm going to put on a show.
For anyone that hasn't seen you fight before, can you describe what your fighting style is all about?
I go out there and I dominate fights. I've never lost a round in my career. I'm going to go out there and put loads of pressure on Magnus, and you'll see him crumble in front of you.
Having made the jump to the UFC as soon as you got yourself a bit of attention, to your credit obviously, Leon Edwards as well did a similar thing. Do you think the UFC will ever have another long-term champion or another long-term face? Do you think that's something they need?
Oh, Bama.
Yeah.
I'm not really fussed, really, mate. To be honest with you, Bama were just it was the gate for me to get to UFC, and if they have a long-term champion, I really don't mind whether they do or not.
Were you at all hesitant about joining the UFC? Maybe one more fight or so.
No. I felt I was well ready. Like I say, I haven't lost a round in my career. I've dominated fights, and of course, I felt ready.
There was some breaking news last night. I'm not sure if you've heard about this, but Kung Lee failed a performance-enhancing drug test for his fight against Bisping in Macau. Have you heard about that yet?
I've seen that. I've seen something, but I'm not really ready. I don't have much internet, so I'm not really ready.
Well, basically the story is he got caught and he's been suspended for 9 months. What's your reaction to yet another fighter being caught for PEDs?
Well, anybody who is caught, obviously, they deserve suspending. And obviously UFC will handle that correctly, and that's it really. That's how it should be done, shouldn't it?
Does that worry you though, when you're competing against other fighters from around the world who might be cheating to have an edge against you at all?
No, not really. I think UFC do enough checks to mostly rule it out. A lot of guys do get caught, so obviously they are doing the correct things to make sure that's right. No, that don't worry me at all. I train my ass off to get to where I am, and I feel good inside myself. If people are wanting to try and cheat, that's up to them, but that's just that. Yeah.
Main event on Saturday is Gunnar Nelson against Rick Story. How do you think that fight's going to go, being the headline act here?
I think Gunnar will get the win. I think Rick Story is a really tough guy. I think it'll be an upset for obviously the European card if he didn't get a win. But Rick Story could cause the upset, 100% he could cause the upset. I do think if it hits the mat, Gunnar will get the finish eventually, and at some point in the fight I do think it will hit the mat.
And to wrap up, what about your fight? Give us a prediction of how you think that fight will go.
Magnus will crumble before the third, and I will get the finish.
Thank you very much for your time, Scott. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.